All right. Greetings, my friends. Happy Friday, everybody's favorite day of the week, myself included. Oh, what am I doing here? Gotta give myself a little refill because I've been sitting here for a few minutes getting ready for the stream. Got quite a few people jumping in the chat already. The honor of first in the chat, of course, Swamp Dweller. New friend of mine recently. Make sure you guys check him out on YouTube. He's got his own channel, a little bit more popular than mine, of course. You all know him. I'm sure you all love him. Go show him some love and let him know that you're a dreamer. Let him know what that means and let him know that we sent you. Let's see. Bring this over here. Okay. Jesse Lee, Jessica D, Lee Underhill, Tiny Tim, Lady Lyle Pierce, interesting name, Lady Ryder, two ladies there, Killer Toxin Gamer Game. Never seen you around here before. Thanks for joining us. Cadillac DeVille, as you said, you're here. Let's see who else we got. Juan, Nonification, Bad Vibe Storytelling. Hello there, my friend. Roseanne, Lord Draco, 81 TJ, greetings. Lex, Linzer Ryan. Nice to see you again as well, my friend. Gina, Ariel, and Adidor, Eric. Greetings, my friend. Adidor coming all the way from California. That must be nice. You guys, what's it, about 4 p.m. over there right now? That's pretty nice. Sabe or Sabe, which is it? Not sure. Glad to have you all here tonight. Thanks for coming by. Much appreciated. Got a lot of cool stuff to talk about and some pretty interesting ideas that I've been going through my head lately, especially ways to avoid the current predicament that YouTube has put me in with the demonetization stuff. Not a big deal, but just so you guys know, I'll probably say it a couple times throughout this live stream, but you guys probably know I have a real job. I mean, I have an actual job that I depend on for my bills and all that stuff. YouTube is kind of a hobby for me and things like that, but I do enjoy doing this stuff, and I love the fact that a lot of you guys like to support me when you can. I would never ask anybody to go out of their way or to overextend themselves or go beyond their means to do so, because honestly, I'm not a struggling artist or anything. But if you did want to support me, since you can't do it with through YouTube right now, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. You can PayPal me if you want. Not asking anybody to do so, but if you do want to, my PayPal is scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. Or also another way to support the channel is to pick up some of that merch that I have over on the Teespring store. T-shirts, leggings, mugs, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff like that. So if you ever feel like supporting the channel, at least for the next month, that's basically the only way to do it, because there's no more super chats, no more watching ads or anything like that. So maybe we can do it a win-win. And later on in the stream, I'm going to be talking about my website. I'm actually making a website, working on that as we speak, and got a lot of cool stuff, some interesting stuff, a couple of freebies on there. And I'm kind of making it as a one-stop shop for any of the services and products that I offer, like voice acting stuff and artwork and things like that. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, because I have a feeling that if I field some ideas out with you guys, I know how much you guys support each other and support me. So I know I could probably get a couple of really good ideas for content on the website if I discuss it with you guys a little bit later. So I do have a couple of stories, some pretty interesting looking ones. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not actually read these stories. They're going to be just as new to me as they are to you, but they come from someone I trust very much, a good friend of mine on YouTube called Mr. Davis. Um, they're true stories written by him. I didn't edit them or anything, and they're personal experiences of his. So we're going to learn about these together, and we'll discuss them. He sent me a few of them the other day, and I purposefully didn't read them because I trust him so much, and I know it's going to be interesting. So I figured you and I together would go through this and have some stuff to talk about. Then later on in the stream, I'm probably going to be doing either some drawing or making music or even recording something that might go on my website later on as a freebie. So I'll give you a little hint. I was thinking about doing, I was talking to Ghost Mummy, another good friend of mine, over across the pond in England, she lives. And we were discussing ideas for my website, and she said, hey, why don't you do a Mr. X ringtone? So I was thinking, okay, maybe I could do a few different ringtones and have them on the website for free whenever the website comes up. So I might throw that out there later on when a couple more people trickle into the stream and see if we could get some cool ideas for ringtones that I'll be able to offer to you guys for free if you want to hear my voice coming out of your phone demanding that you answer, or waking you up in the morning for an alarm or something like that. So stay tuned, and you'll be able to give me some input on what you think about that idea and what I can do to facilitate the freebies that you guys would like, being my most loyal dreamers. Because if you're going to spend your Friday night listening to me randomly when I don't even give you any notice, you probably deserve to have some input on there. Let me see, I got a couple of people popped in here. Tiny Tim, good to see you good that you're seeing me in person. I appreciate you coming down and checking me out tonight. Always good to see you guys here. All right, Sabe, you're the first time. I was right the first time. Okay. Kimberly Golden, hello there, my friend. Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. Greetings, my friend. Good to see you. All right. GTO, what's up, man? Okay. Yeah. If Mr. Davis, that's why I chose purposefully not to go too far into it, because I think it'd be cool to experience the stories with you guys for the first time. So we're going to do that in just a minute. All right. So before I start the story, I'm going to do a quick intro, because later on I'm going to be cutting this down, and this seems to be like maybe one of the things that YouTube got mad at me about, but I know not everybody wants to watch me ramble for 2 hours straight. So I like to make a little kind of a condensed version of these live streams later on. And I'll be making a little quick intro for that in just a second, as soon as I gather my thoughts enough to come up with one. All right. So, greetings, my friends. Glad to see you all here. Whether you're here right now live or watching after the fact, I hope you're having a great day, a great weekend, or what have you, no matter what time of the week you're watching this, because who knows, you're from the future, so what do I know? What I've got tonight planned are a couple of real-life events from my man, Mr. Davis. I'm just going to be reading these for the first time. I've never seen them, but I trust Mr. Davis enough to know that they're very well written and they're going to be interesting. So we're going to read those, and then we're going to talk about them. All right. That should be enough for a good intro. Mr. Davis Hanks. He told me people are saying that he sounds a little bit like Tom Hanks or something like that. Zeppelin Girl 86. Hello, Mr. X. Thought I would finally stop being shy and say hi. Well, I hope you weren't too embarrassed by me reading out your comment there, Zeppelin Girl. Greetings. Hello there. Yes, okay. Let's see who we got. Notification says, yes, wake me up in the morning. I will. So, here's what I want you guys to do. As we're going throughout tonight, I want you to think about what types of words and types of messages you'd like to hear in a ringtone, and kind of notate it down. And then later, when I ask you guys about it, I want you to just give me your ideas, and because this is all going to be free, but then you'll be able to pay for custom ringtones. Like, say, you give me a $5 donation or something, you'll get a custom ringtone. But if you like it and if it comes out good, but people are saying they don't hear me. Is anyone having trouble hearing me? Anybody having trouble hearing me? Let me know. I'm low? All right. Yeah, it's kind of weird. A couple of people have said that I'm a bit low. So let me know if it's like unusually low, or you only hear me out the left side. That's weird. I did do some tests earlier. I wasn't having any problems. So can everyone hear me out of both ears or both speakers? Some people are hearing me just out of the left ear. That is bizarre. I am using a new audio interface with my stream tonight. So let me just double check all the settings and make sure it's all good. How about now? Tell me if you see anything different. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing. What do we got? What do we got? You guys let me know if you see any, or if you're hearing anything different. All right, so you're all better now? Perfect. All right, so I might have to redo that intro then. Let me give myself a little wave so that I can see when I'm editing later. All right. So, let's see, what did I say? All right. Greetings, my friends. Thanks for joining me, whether you're here right now live or you're someone from the future listening at another time. I hope you're having a great day, enjoying your weekend, your weekday, your workday, Monday through Friday, or whatever in the world your schedule looks like. I don't know. But I hope that you're safe and well, and I hope you're ready to listen to some interesting stories that I was recently sent from my friend and guy that I've worked with many times in my YouTube career, Mr. Davis, someone I trust very much to write a good, interesting story. And he sent me via Twitter a few days ago a few personal, true stories that he's experienced throughout his life that he said are somewhat interesting and creepy. And I haven't read them yet, but I trust that they're good and interesting. We're going to read them and experience them for the first time, and then we will discuss. And later, I will be discussing some stuff about my upcoming website. Got some really good ideas, and going to be trying to sort of farming among the dreamers. We're going to be having the first ever dreamer think tank. So I've got that, and I've got an idea for a new story time animation that'll play while I'm telling my stories, and I just might start working on that during the stream. So, and yes, Ghost Mummy is in the chat now. She showed her face finally. She's very shy usually, but she's there. And I was talking to her earlier, and we thought of this idea. Actually, she came up with this idea of having Mr. X ringtones, and we're going to be discussing what type of free ringtones you'll be able to download for free from my website in the very near future. So let's see here. I know I missed some stuff in the chat. Thanks guys for helping me get through that audio issue. I don't know what the deal was, but I'm glad everybody's good to go now. So I know I missed a few people jumping in. Let's see. Jamie 607, Rawati, hello there my friends. Jessica Bullock, hello there. All right, good to see you. Polka Nator, or Nader, not sure. Oh yeah, you said thumbs up for putting me to sleep with your storytelling so many times, my dude. My pleasure, my friend. I'm glad you enjoy them. And also, speaking of thumbs up, give this video a thumbs up if you have a second. Sean R517, hello there, my friend. Zeppelin Girl, no, I'm very flattered. Thank you, kind sir. I live in a rural state, upstate New York. Your husband is a logger. Has a few odd stories, if you'd like. Absolutely, I would definitely, Zeppelin Girl, I would like to hear those stories from a logger. I can't say I've ever had any of those in my inbox, so I look forward to hearing from you about that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, what do we got? Oh, the chat just jumped on me. Caroline, hello there. Sarah C. And, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, make sure you guys go over and check out Ghost Mummy's latest video if you haven't already. She, every once in a while, she puts up an original story, and her original stories are mind-blowingly good. And you guys definitely need to check those out. Let her know I sent you as well, because that story was fantastic. LOA Blue, hello there, my friend. Good to see you. Valerie Ronquillo, hello there, my friend. Zucker, always a pleasure. Brandon Best, Rob Martinez. I think I missed someone a second ago. Let me see here. I don't like leaving anyone ungreeted when they come into my stream, so you guys will have to bear with me. Raul Sanchez, hello there, my friend. Okay. Yeah, Ghost Mummy is a fantastic writer. All right, guys. So, without further ado, I present to you story number 1 of the night. A story from my friend, Mr. Davis. Story about something which I have no idea, but we're going to find out together. So, story mode. Engage. Let me get you guys some nice ambient background noise. How's that sound? Hello there, Cindy. Good to see you. Let me know how the levels are with the rain sound effects in the background. Wouldn't want to get into the story and find out later that the rain was too loud or too low or something like that. So you guys let me know. How's it sounding? Or if you can even hear the rain. Alright, I got one sounds good. Let's see, what else we got? Alright, sounds like it's pretty good. Story number 1. This takes place around Christmas time when I was 13 years old. Do the math, and that was around 2008. My aunt always had a way of going all out for Christmas with countless decorations, lights, and little Christmas trees. Her crowning achievement, though, was the 8-foot tree in her sunroom outside. Each year, she'd decorate it with over 300 ornaments and what seemed like miles of lights. The best part was that it rotated on a tree stand. Her house was really something around that time of year. It's important that I tell you this because I need you to understand how important this was to her. My brother and I, mostly me, had told her we would help decorate that year. Neither of us had had any idea what we were getting ourselves into. Over the next 3 days, I was wrapping things in garland, untangling lights, and getting things from the attic. This all took place between 8 or 9 in the morning till about 8 at night. So yeah, basically a full workday. Once the day was over, I'd head home, which was within shouting distance, eat a late dinner and attempt to go to bed. I say attempt because, for whatever reason, my body wasn't having it. I continually drifted in and out of sleep, never really reaching that deep slumber you need to have actual rest. I would end up staying up until 5 or 6 in the morning before falling out finally. From pure exhaustion, I'm sure. This left me with about 2 or 3 hours of sleep before heading back over there and helping my aunt all day. Over those 3 days, I maybe got 8 hours of sleep. On the night of the 3rd day, though, my body had enough. We were finished decorating, so I headed home, skipped dinner, and went straight to bed. I didn't turn on the TV, listen to music, nothing. I just went to bed. Before I knew it, I was asleep. I woke up some 12 hours later the next day. Now, when I say that, I don't mean I got up, stretched, and was ready for greeting the morning. I mean my body woke up. I was still in bed, not quite ready to face the day. I continued lying there. Soon after, I felt something crawl over my legs at the foot of my bed. I didn't think anything of it because our cat, Gizmo, loved sleeping on my dirty clothes and my closet was right at the foot of my bed. If I weren't half asleep, my body would have recognized that it wasn't our cat, Gizmo. Cats don't weigh that much. Looking back, I can only equate the feeling to someone stepping over you while you're in a sleeping bag, camping. Like, I felt the blankets compress around my leg near where the steps were. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, soon after this, I felt something grabbing on my right ankle. Keep in mind I was laying on my stomach. It wasn't a hard grab, it was actually pretty gentle, but soon it began pulling me back. Somehow my sleeping brain didn't realize just how insane this whole situation was, so I shook my foot, and the feeling dissipated. Only seconds later, it started on my other ankle. Again, a soft grab and then a tug. My foot started lifting from the bed before again, I just shook it away. Finally, I felt both my ankles getting grabbed and pulling began. It was a bit harder this time, but for some reason I allowed it to go on much longer. Writing this out still gives me goosebumps to this day. My entire body began slowly moving down the bed. I know it sounds insane, but I could feel my shirt rolling up underneath me as I was pulled closer to my closet. Finally, something in my rational mind clicked, and I jolted awake and scurried to the back wall, where the head of my bed was with my knees pulled to my chest. I'll read that sentence again, just for cadence. Finally, something in my rational mind clicked, and I jolted awake and scurried to the back wall, where the head of my bed was, with my knees pulled to my chest. I can still remember what I saw to this day. It was an all-white face with deep black eyes that resembled an abyss. Its mouth hung open, and it too was as black as tar. It looked angry. I find it so strange that something that had no pupils could express such emotion, but I remember it looking straight at me and letting out an otherworldly scream. It was deep and rumbly, while being breathy and high-pitched at the same time. It's incredibly hard to describe. I'm not afraid to admit that I screamed as well. Not only did I scream, I cried for my mom. I had no idea what she would do, but at the moment, it was all I could muster. The face vanished as soon as I left the room. Correction. The face vanished soon after that, and I left the room. Yeah, that sentence really got me. When I eventually returned, I remember looking around the doorway and into the closet to make sure that it wasn't in there. Luckily, I never saw it again. As I've grown up, I learned about sleep paralysis and thought for a while this could have been what I experienced, but I'm not sure. I was able to shake it off of me, and I had a handful of sleep paralysis episodes later in life that were nothing like this one. I'm not sure what was on the land before my uncle bought it, but I feel like there may have been something residing there. Maybe not necessarily evil, but very angry. Very interesting. Let's see what we've got in the chat. What a bizarre creature. We'll review that in just a second. Okay. The rain is real quiet now, is that right? Let me see, maybe I can bring it up a little bit. I don't like it being too loud, but... Alright, I brought it up about 20%. Let's see. Swamp Dweller says, gotta get me a new Mr. X shirt. Ripped mine at the gym tonight. Getting too swole for the shirts. Well, yeah, I suggest maybe go a couple sizes up next time. That's pretty cool, though. I sense some slight jest or sarcasm there, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe you've really been getting it in, going hard. Let's see, Madam Raven. Hello there, my friend. Let's see. No, you're not. You didn't kill a chat. Don't worry. The chat is a little bit slower than usual. Man. Okay. Yep. You hear that rain coming in? There we go. I almost thought it was really raining for a second. Outlaw Immortal. Hello there, my friend. Ezgilray or Ezgilray. That's a unique and interesting name. I'll call you EJ for the time being, my friend. Jamie Ayala, hello there. First time catching a live stream. Greetings, and I'm glad you're here. Hope you have a great time tonight. All right, let's see here. Jamie Cameron Arabisi, hello there. Maritza, New York, hello there, my friend. All right, okay. Machine. Okay. Yeah, Swamp Dweller. Hey, I didn't even know you had a Mr. X shirt. If you do, you gotta send me a picture, man. Matter of fact, send me a picture with the ripped shirt, and that'll be extra dope if you do that, and I'll throw that into the slideshow ASAP. That would be cool. Star Knight Division, hello there, my friend. James Fritz, hello. Pyrotechniques, what's up? All right, so the creature in this story. Let me go back and find the description. Swamp Dweller says, "Show everyone my nipple." Hey, if that's what you if you're okay with that, I'm sure that'll sell a couple extra shirts. You know, if they see your nipple poking through there. Nino Brown, can't stay. Have a good night. You too, my friend. Thank you for coming by real quick. Appreciate that. Who's working with Zika virus? Maritza, you gotta stay safe out there if you're in contact with Zika virus. That's pretty crazy. Wow. Yeah. Marketing 101. Yes, indeed, Swamp Dweller. That is... See, I took the class. Don't worry. I know that nipples sell products. That is a fact. 13. Hey, it's Mr. Sexy Dreams. Hello there. Yes, diamond nipples. Old school code word. Did I see Logan, President Logan of the Code Word Society over here earlier? I could have sworn I saw him. Okay, so let's see here. A thing with a white face. Black abyss-like eyes. And a mouth gaping open, black as tar. Something emerging from Mr. Davis's childhood bedroom closet and attempting to slowly pull him off of his bed and into the closet, where we could only assume the realm of this bizarre entity dominates. That was a perfectly timed lightning strike. or thunder roll, if you ask me. That was pretty good. Can't make that up. I did not time that, although maybe I should. So this case, I would have to say, is probably, and it seems like Mr. Davis is on the same wavelength. Jason Carrion, have a good night, my friend. I'm glad you were able to stop by for a while. Appreciate it. Mr. Davis seems to agree that this situation was most likely some kind of sleep paralysis, but I myself have experienced sleep paralysis in many different instances in many different ways, and sometimes, just like Mr. Davis said, it's different. Sometimes a particular entity interacts with you in a way that is, it just feels different. It doesn't feel like the same situation as you dealt with and that you normally deal with. Hello there, Springtrap. Glad to see you again. Hope you're doing well. This, if I don't know if you guys remember or if I've told this story. I'm pretty sure I've told it on the stream before, but what the entity that I call the freezing man, this being that was basically over a course of maybe 2 or 3 years when I first moved into this house, or shortly afterward, creature that was coming into my room and basically it felt like it was tasing me, and I would be getting sleep paralysis, but instead of just being paralyzed, felt like I was literally being tased. And I've been tased before, as I've told you guys before, so I know what that feels like, and it's the worst pain that I've ever experienced in my life. And unfortunately, later on this month, I'm probably going to have to go through that again, maybe even more than once. And that particular series of sleep paralysis type events stand out in my mind by they just had like intent behind it. I felt like there was another intelligent being in the room with me, doing something to me for its own reasons, as for its own purpose. Like it was trying to communicate something to me. Yeah, Madam Raven said, my daughter wants to be tased. Your husband is a taser instructor. Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, it's not going to kill you as long as it's being done in a controlled environment, particularly a training environment, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone unless you're actually going to be carrying a taser around as part of your job. Arlene Freeberg, greetings, my friend. Yeah, he was sleep deprived, so maybe that leads to being sleep deprived. Maybe that leads to a deeper or more complete type of sleep paralysis. Dark Waters, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Reading some stories I get from my friend Mr. Davis, and just got through the first one. So, by the way, now that we are taking a little break in between stories, I got one more story, and then we're going to start talking about that website stuff. Remember, if you guys, I know once in a while, I get the super chats and stuff like that. If anybody has the notion to support my channel or donate or anything like that, right now I'm demonetized. You got to go through PayPal if you want to do that. You don't have to, not asking for it, but if you felt like it, you can't do it the way that you normally would have done it. So PayPal it is, which is actually not that bad, because at least with PayPal, YouTube isn't taking a big chunk of it, because they actually do get a pretty decent piece of every super chat. But yeah, that you can go PayPal, or you can support the channel by getting a shirt or a mug or something like that. So check out the link that's the links that are going across the bottom of the screen right now, or the links that are in the description box down below. Let's see here. EJ, what's my occupation? If you want to know what my occupation is, you would have to go back and watch all my videos, because I dropped slight, subtle hints throughout the last 3 years of my YouTube content, and I don't say it out loud. Linzer Ryan says, I purchased a shirt. Hey, what shirt did you purchase, Linzer Ryan? I would definitely like to check that out. If you have, if you've received it, or when you receive it, make sure you send me a picture of you wearing it, so that you could be a part of my Dreamer shirt and merchandise slideshow. Fear the Great White. Hello there, old friend. Glad to see you. Mary R. Hello, my friend. Darkwater says, congrats on the website. Smart business. Forgot your YouTube is not a business. Or so I was told years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it is it's been kind of a hobby for me, but I'm slowly getting into more of YouTube as a business and a gateway to further business endeavors, as a entrepreneurial spirit has been growing in me recently. But yes, if you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Or you can definitely support by sharing the videos, sharing my stories, and subscribing, liking, thumbs up the video, and all that great stuff, sharing with your friends. Slumber Reads, hello there, my friend. Another one of our YouTube team of narrators. So right now we got Swamp Dweller, Dark Waters, Ghost Mummy, and Slumber Reads. Make sure you guys check out their channels. They have excellent content. Let them know I sent you, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. All right, so as soon as this slideshow, because I want you guys, actually I think it's looped by now. So we will get ready to read this second story. Another story which I haven't seen myself. I don't know anything about it, but the first one was pretty interesting, so I'm sure the second one will be as well. We'll look at that and we will discuss. Let's see here. The Dronst 4. Hello there, my friend. Oh man, I really gotta work on more original stories pretty soon, because I got plenty of emails I can go through and do all this stuff. Keep these live streams going and live readings. So much fun for me, and I hope you guys enjoy them as well. But yeah, let's see here. All right. So, story number 2. Gonna get right into it. Story mode. Engage. My first experience with sleep paralysis wasn't as eventful as others. I know some people have talked about seeing things in their rooms, something on their chest, or even being touched, but that didn't happen to me. Mine was fairly mild. I was about 14 or 15 years old and had fallen asleep in my room watching something on television. Most likely ghost hunters. Some hours later, I woke up, but I didn't wake up per se. I'm sure anyone who's dealt with SP before knows what I mean. I could feel the blanket over me, hear the low voices on the TV, and tell that I was in a very uncomfortable position. when I tried to move, I couldn't. My heart immediately started racing. In my young brain, I convinced myself I managed to paralyze myself. Completely irrational, I know, but I was young. I laid there for most likely only a minute or so before finally breaking out of it and waking up completely. For some reason, I wasn't as scared as I thought I should have been. I mean, not being able to move or break from restraints is one of my biggest fears, but for whatever reason, it didn't really get to me. I started Googling not being able to move while awake, and that's when I learned what SP was. And that was that for a few years. I didn't have a second episode until I was in my 20s and living with my wife in an apartment in Greensboro. We'd moved there after graduating to go to college. I ended up dropping out, but that's beside the point. She was working as a babysitter, and I was working as a third shift at Harris Teeter. I had the following night off, so I was at home working on some stuff for my YouTube channel. Around 3 p.m. or so, I was feeling a little drained, so I decided to take a nap until she got home, around 5:45 or 6 p.m. I left my little closet studio and went to lay in bed. Real quick, I need to explain a bit about the layout. We had 3 large windows on one side of our bedroom. The side I slept on faced these windows, and the bed itself was only a few feet from them. Behind me were the rest of the bedroom, and a small hallway leading to our bathroom. Now, I'd fallen asleep rather quickly, but I am a light sleeper, so when I woke up to the sound of footsteps behind me, I assumed it was my wife getting home from work and coming to wake me up. I went to turn around and greet her, but I couldn't move. Great, I thought. This again. No worries, though. She'll come over and wake me up, and all will be okay with the world. That didn't happen. The footsteps just continued, but never seemed to get any closer. They were always just near the edge of my bed. This went on for what felt like an hour, but eventually my eyes opened and I quickly rolled over to see what was behind me. Nothing. There was nothing there. Hoping my wife had just made her way out of the room, I headed out and went to the living room, but I was still alone in the house. As a matter of fact, even when I eventually checked my phone, my wife had texted me saying she was going to be late getting home. So that would mean she hadn't come home and then left. But that's what I heard. She was never there. I never had another experience quite like that one, but I've had SP several more times. None have ever come close to that experience, however. 99% of the time, it's just the feeling of something in the room with me. It's so funny how these events, these experiences that people have, they often line up so perfectly with one another. I say that because one of the things that he described in that episode of sleep paralysis was something that I personally went through maybe a year and a half ago. And it was it was very, very creepy. I'll tell you about it. Hello there, Justin, Prissy. Greetings, my friends. Thanks for being here with us. I appreciate your time, your energy, support. Thank you all for being here, hanging out. Sio Wolf, greetings, my friend. Good to see you. So, can't remember when exactly it was, what month it was. It was sometime within the past 2 years. I had 2 sleep paralysis events at, within the same week, if I'm not mistaken. So one of them was almost exactly like what Mr. Davis is saying that he experienced in one of these stories. So basically what happened was I was laying in my bed and I heard what sounded like my door open. I woke up, state of sleep paralysis. That's sort of, a given with this particular case. But I was laying in my bed, woke up, couldn't move, but I heard my door open, the door to my room. Then I heard basically the pitter-patter of little tiny feet, like the feet of a 2-year-old maybe. A sound which I'm quite familiar with. Walking from my door down the hallway and up to the side of my bed. But I couldn't see anyone. I couldn't see anyone coming there, like coming to my bed. Walking, but then once the footsteps got to my bed, it's like they reset, and they started back at the door. They didn't go back there, like it's someone walking back and forth. It would start at the door, come closer and closer until it's right next to me on the side of my bed, then start back at the door again, come closer and closer to the side of my bed. It's like an endless loop. I heard it at least 5 or 10 times. And I was just wondering what in the world is happening in my room right now. And there was this sense of anticipation that was sort of coming over me, where I was just expecting something horrendous to happen at any moment. Something was just extremely wrong with that situation. Let's see here. Put on some nice background sound. It's a little bit of a different feel. It's nighttime in my backyard. Let's see here. Jamie says, I've had sleep paralysis only once in my life when I was 16. It's a very strange feeling. Tell me, Jamie, did you go through anything strange when you were having that happen, or was it just kind of paralysis and you couldn't move? Roseanne says, do I hear pigeons or doves? Yeah, there was kind of like there's a pigeon coop that's right next to my house. So pretty much at all times, if I'm recording something outside, you'll pretty much hear pigeons. And one of them actually flew right behind my patio a couple days ago and died. And I didn't find it there until like 2 days later. It was just sitting there dead, and that was kind of a bummer. Fear the Great White says, I'm on the edge of being where I need to be to reinvest myself into my channel again finally. Well, hey man, I wish you the best in that. That's awesome. If you need any advice or anything, I'd be happy to tell you some of the stuff that I've learned in the few years I've been doing this. So don't hesitate to ask. Always willing to help a dreamer. You guys know that. Yeah, Pyrotechnique says you used to have a lot of sleep paralysis when you were younger. You can only move your eyes and can't speak. It's a very scary feeling. I agree. Dark Waters said, yeah, being a good person, yeah, that definitely takes you far on YouTube. You know, this platform, it's a character. Brad came and went. Sorry I missed you, Brad. Pyrotechnique said, I was told by someone that they put a big mirror by their bed and they went to sleep facing it. They awoke during sleep paralysis and saw a demon in the form of a woman on top of him. That doesn't sound good. I don't like that one bit. Jessica Bullock says, whenever I have sleep paralysis episodes, I can either hear people running around and yelling outside of my room, or someone beats on my door while growling and yelling at me. Goodness gracious. That's not good. Darkwater says, mirrors at the edge of a bed is a bad idea. Mirrors are portals. I would not do that. Yeah. I think just generally, no matter what you believe, having a mirror facing your bed or on the end of your bed is just at a visceral human level, it's creepy. I'm pretty sure everyone would feel that way. No, Roseanne, I know you weren't complaining. It's just an interesting observation. So hopefully no one can track me down since they know that I live next door to a pigeon coop. All right. Dinner with Chinese shaman. Good stories. Dark Waters. Have a good night, my friend. Alec R. Hello there. Okay, you've had it multiple times, but without any hallucinations. I've had, before I started having these weird experiences with sleep paralysis, there was pretty much always some kind of, the worst part about it at first, when I first started having that, was just not being able to move. You feel like you're completely bound, like someone has tied you up. But you can eventually, just through sheer force of will, you can kind of cycle whatever neurotransmitters through your brain that you need to be able to kind of rev your system up and move little by little. I don't know if you guys ever saw Kill Bill, when the bride was in the back of I think she was in the back seat of a station wagon, and she was unable to move, but she started by wiggling her big toe, and eventually was able to break out of this state of paralysis that she was in. It's pretty much the same exact thing. Let's see here. 13. I had that happen to me about 5 times, in which 2 of them I found myself hovering over myself while I was asleep in bed. That's pretty crazy as well. Cinephobics. Hello there, my friend. I think I missed another person coming in. Brenda Whitehead. Hello there, my friend. Greetings. I have never had sleep paralysis, but I am very interested to know if it's something psychological or paranormal. You see, I've had this theory for some time now that there's something special about the human mind, and it has to do with our maybe it's our ability to perceive other dimensions, just to simplify the idea of it. I don't know what the truth really is, but if there are other parallel dimensions and the human mind has some kind of key to access or view or experience them or exist within them, I think that dreams and sleep are the key to that gateway. That perhaps being almost to the edge of sleep or being within a dream is your way through to traverse the membrane between one dimension and the next. So perhaps when you're dreaming or when you're at that stage of sleep paralysis, you're sort of straddling the line between 2 dimensions. Maybe there's weird things in one dimension that we are not really aware of, that you are able to tune into. Those things look strange, or they interact with us in a strange way. It's just something that I've kind of had in my mind. Manimal, hello there, my friend. Greetings, and thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. This certainly is your first time in one of my live streams. I'm glad to see you here, my friend. Quipster Puck, hello there, my friend. Good to see you. Mary R. During sleep paralysis, I felt something like the size of a cat or a dog on my legs. I don't have any pets in my home. I couldn't move, and my lips were moving involuntarily. That's interesting. I never heard of that. Your lips moving without you wanting them to. You see that, and there is a chemical component to that. I'm not sure what the chemical, the neurotransmitter is that is associated with that. When you're sleeping, your body secretes a neurotransmitter that causes you to become paralyzed, so that you don't act out what you're perceiving in your dreams. A lot of people don't know that that's the reason why you don't just constantly flail your arms around or walk or something like that when you're laying down. That's one example of that, is the fact that dogs, a lot of people see dogs when they're sleeping, they run, and they run on their side like they're laying down, but they think they're running. They don't have as much of that chemical in their brain as we do, so it kind of just happens that way. And when you wake up before that chemical has cycled itself out of your system, you will be paralyzed. So that's one reason for sleep paralysis to be a thing, I'm sure. But as far as the things that people see and experience, I don't know where the disconnect is there. Okay. Let me see here. This is a little... There we go. This monitor's getting a little bright. I had to put it on these monitors I have like a reading mode. It's really nice. Makes it easier on the eyes. Okay. Kid Frankie 7, greetings, my friend. Glad you made it as well. Lady Pierce, good night, my friend. Glad you hung out with us for a little bit. No Face, hello there. Let's see who else we got. Ariel says, I force my pinky finger to move. I've had a lot of SP. I hate the part when it hits really hard and it's like someone slammed me with a plank. Sometimes it comes with a loud bang. I wonder what the explanation is for that. Mr. Davis, you made it, my friend. Mr. Davis, the man of the hour, providing both of tonight's stories, but unfortunately, I think you might have missed them. But they'll be. I'll edit this down later on, and the stream will be deleted because apparently YouTube doesn't want me to steal my own content and release the full live stream and then the compressed live stream highlights. For some reason, that's a no-go. So I'm going to have to delete this live stream later and then just use the highlights as a separate upload. Polka Nader says, Mr. X, have you seen the movie Insidious? I think I have seen that one. Is that the one with the red demon mask guy? I'm not sure if that's the one or if it's something else. All right, let's see. In between, man, that's scary. Ariel says, maybe sometimes I'm awake, can't move, and there's a haze around me. I call it the in-between because the haze, I sometimes see people who have passed on. You see, that reminds me of, that's some Silent Hill type stuff, and I don't like that one bit. I don't like it. One of my greatest fears growing up was ending up in a place like Silent Hill. If you guys don't know, Silent Hill, it started as a video game series, There's been a movie or 2 movies about it. I saw the first one in theaters back in the day. But Silent Hill is this place where it's like limbo. It's just not even the scary parts where you know the it turns into this nasty bloody metal grating areas and stuff that's all really just gross and disgusting. The scariest part about it is just being in a what looks like a normal city, but there's just this haze everywhere, and that's how you know you're in Silent Hill. You're in like another dimension, and you're stuck there until you figure out all the puzzles and you figure out how to get back to the regular world, to your plane of existence. You're just there. And in the first movie, the woman basically, she's kind of stranded there, and you like, how do you, if you were just stuck into another dimension where there are these weird bizarre creatures walking around everywhere, and there's just this haze all over the place, how would you get back? How would you get back to your family, to the people that you know and love? You're done. There's nothing you can do. You're at the mercy of the gods or whatever whimsical being would cast you into such a place. And that is the scariest idea to me. Brenda says, Mr. X Dreams, your theory about dreams and sleep sounds very plausible. I've had deceased loved ones visit me in dreams. In the dreams, I was aware they had passed away and that they were visiting. Brenda, I wonder if they ever said anything to you of note. What did they say to you? Guys, make sure you check Mr. Davis out. Let him know I sent you. He's got some really interesting true crime videos, and started with, you know, fiction and stories and stuff like that, and recently made this transition, which ever since then he's been blowing up like crazy. I'm super proud of him. He and I used to do, he was on like my first 3 unknown cryptid videos back in the day, way back. And I remember just being happy that another narrator was willing to do a collab back in. It was hard. It's hard to come by back then, especially when you were first coming up. You know, we were both kind of small channels together, and we were like, you know what? Forget it. The big guys aren't going to work with us, then we'll work together, and we did, and it was a lot of fun. It's a great voice. # Butter Squad. Joel. Or Joel. Greetings, my friend. I know I'm terrible. I go on like these rants with the chat all the time. So now that we got 2 stories out of the way, right? Mr. X Dreams ringtones. So in order to protect myself from further YouTube harassment and demonetization in the future, I'm creating a website where you'll be able to see all of my services. You'll be able to get a logo designed by me, or a character art or avatar if you have a YouTube channel, channel page art and all that good stuff, and voice recordings, customized stuff like that. But I'm going to have a couple of freebies for the dreamers on there as well. And you'll also be able to check out like a gallery of the Teespring store shirts and stuff like that, my most popular items on there. And so one of the things I want to be able to give you guys as a freebie for going to my website would be a ringtone. And I was talking to Ghost Mummy this morning, and she gave me this idea. So, Mr. X ringtones. I want you guys to type in something that you would like to hear in my voice as a ringtone or an alarm tone to wake you up. Put something in the comments and help me out, because I need some good material for what kind of ringtones I should say. Just to have something fun for you guys to download for free. Check out the website and you get something to show for it. Yeah, Manimal, I gotta check out your channel a little bit more, bro. Ghost Mummy has told me about you. I know you guys have worked together a little bit in the past. So you must be good people. I trust Ghost Mummy enough to be able to assume that. Yeah, Madame Raven. Yeah, the narrators are we're slowly becoming a bigger, more tight-knit community, and a lot of that has to do with being scared is one of the guys that brings people together a lot. I very much admire him, and me and him are going to work together sometime pretty soon. He's a lot bigger channel than I am, but super cool guy. I saw him on a live stream recently. What am I drinking? I'm drinking water, the best drink there is, really. So I'm thinking about having some kind of, generic ringtones and generic messages that anybody could pretty much use as they see fit. And then if you want something specific, something that is, tailored to you, then that would be something that you do a $5 donation or something like that for. All right, you guys are dope. I'm already seeing some pretty cool things in here. Gina says something like, "Your dreams are calling." Yeah, very nice. I'm going to copy these down and I like that one. Pyrotechniques. This is not a dream. Wake up. Get woke. I like that one too. I cannot sing and I do not sing. No, I haven't gotten my monetization back. Apparently, someone told me to hit up another guy, Your Maker, another very popular YouTuber narrator, and apparently he's been through this demonetization thing before, and he told me, yeah, there doesn't seem to be any way to appeal it. You just have to wait a month. So throughout this whole month, I won't be monetized. So like I said, if anyone does want to support my channel, you don't have to. You can just support by sharing the videos, liking them, subscribing if you haven't already. But if you want to support the channel, you can check out the merch store, get something from there, send me a picture so you'll be in the slideshow, or you can just give me a PayPal donation if you really want to. No pressure, no not begging anybody or anything like that, but it's totally up to you. But if you'd like to, that's the only way you can do it right now, because YouTube took that away from me for a very, very silly reason, basically stealing from myself, which is awesome. Manimal says my channel sucks. LOL. I don't think so. I'm sure it's fine. All right. Let's see. We've got couple more ideas. Somebody's calling. Answer the phone now. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. You guys can see someone actually got some of my Wolf Watcher leggings. Awesome. Wake up, dreamer. Yep, I like it. No face, you do need that shirt, my friend. You should go get one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm sure Manimal's channel is way better than he likes to admit. He's just being humble, that's all. Which is very good. It's good to do. All right, Madam Raven, have a good night, my friend. Joel Morin. Joel Morin. Hello from the great Canadian North. Greetings, my friend. Crystal Hickman, did I say hello to you? I'm not sure. If not, hello, and I'm glad you're here. Boricua Morena. Hello there, my friend. Glad to see you. Haven't seen you in quite a while, if I recall. Okay. Your dreams are waiting for you. All right. I got a good 5 or 6 ideas from you guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And when my website goes live, you'll be able to download free ringtones with some of these types of messages. Quipster Puck, do you expect me to sing for this ringtone? I can't sing. And I don't sing. Yeah. That's something I would say. Very good. Make prints of my sketches or maybe an art book. That's a good idea. Zeppelin Girl 86. You are so handsome, Mr. X. Thank you very much, Zeppelin Girl 86. I appreciate that compliment. Okay, so I had another idea. Oh, Donica691. Hello there, my friend. Yeah, the hoodies are pretty pricey, but from what I've heard, they're super high quality. I don't have one myself because I live in Florida, and I don't wear a lot of hoodies. But I have a few of my T-shirts. But yeah, I hear the hoodies are really good. I'm sure they're worth the price. And okay, so I had this other idea as well. Let me see if I put a picture of it on my thing, because I was drawing it on the iPad. Maybe I didn't. Okay. So I had this idea. Maybe I'll put this on the screen share so you guys can see what I'm doing. And you'll have to forgive me because I normally do not use I normally don't use the little pen pad on my computer. Normally when I draw, I use like a drawing tablet, which allows me to just draw directly on a screen. But today, there we go. Oh, whoops. That was unintentional. Today, I want to start this project, just so you guys could kind of check it out. Steam. I don't need Steam right now. So whoever's here to hang out and is going to continue hanging out tonight, I'm going to start working on this thing. At least for the next maybe 30 minutes. You know, when I do my story mode, I basically have this background going. And it's fine. I like it. I've always liked it. But I kind of had this other idea recently. Oh, a laughing ringtone. That should be good. So I had this idea. Oh, see you later, Quipster. Thanks for hanging out. Maybe you can come back later. I had this idea that I would kind of make, if anyone has a Roku, there's kind of a scrolling background, like a screensaver that shows up when you leave it there for like a few minutes, like maybe 20 minutes. And I thought of making one that is kind of like a cryptid inspired landscape, a scene that kind of just goes across slowly, that you get to see some different cool looking things, creepy things, as I'm telling the story, instead of just seeing, you know, my logo with the stars and all that stuff. I think that's cool, but I think I could step it up a little bit. And I want to have some ideas from the crowd of what types of cool things I can add into the background of this. So I'm basically going to start creating this right now live, and you guys can kind of help me move through it. Get the let's see here, 10,000. Get the general gist of it all down. Move these out of the way a little bit. Maybe put it up here. Get the gist of this design down. And see what happens from there. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me for 1 second as I sort of go through this. No, not like that. Maybe a little bit more. So what you'll sort of see this kind of come into being little by little. And you guys are in for a pretty rare event, because I don't often do this type of thing live. Matter of fact, I haven't done it in a long time. See there, Raf, Tash, Larry, Esteban, greetings my friends. Alright. So I'm going to rough out sort of the initial idea that I have here. Need that a little bit bigger. Okay. So what I'm thinking is sort of a landscape. And throughout this scene, there'll be different landscapes popping in and out of view. There's some highlands down here. So as I'm doing this, I want you guys to think of, yeah, exactly, Ariel. It's going to be kind of silhouettes of cryptids doing different things, like kind of in their natural habitats. So definitely going to have like a dogman silhouette, Wendigo, Bigfoot, things like that. Yeah, it's hard when you're on the spot. It's always kind of hard to think about this type of thing. So let me I have to move over a little bit so I can access my keyboard. Zeppelin says her natural habitat is Taco Bell. All right, so let's say over here we got some trees going. Did you guys hear that? No, that's... My goodness. Hang on a second. There's this weird setting. Should have known that this was going to happen. Son of a gun. Just bricked my computer, pretty much. Not really, but... I don't know how to undo that. Give me 1 second. I gotta look this up. When you accidentally hit shift too many times on your keyboard, it does something that I don't really know. I don't remember what it is. Okay. Sticky keys by pressing it 5 times. Lock modifiers. So doggone it. How to turn off sticky keys. Continuously press it 5 times like this. This is so annoying. Can you guys hear that clicking whenever I hit the shift key? See, I can't even go in and mess with this. Keyboards. Yeah, this is So stupid. Sticky keys. I might have to actually talk to my computer right now.
I can learn to
Turn off sticky keys.
I've got this for you on turn off sticky keys.
My goodness. That doesn't even sound like Cortana. Windows 10 settings. Access. Keyboard. Ease of access. Okay. Settings. Ease of access. Keyboard. Alright, let's see. Settings. Ease of access. Keyboard. Yeah, it's still not working. This is really annoying. I don't even see. I can't even see you guys right now. I don't even know if anybody's still here. People are probably dropping like flies right now. My apologies for this. I was really excited to get into this, but hold on. Maybe I have an idea. Son of a gun. All right. So weird. Allow the shortcuts. I don't see how. I don't see how to turn that thing off. So what's happening, guys, is that for some reason, when I hit shift too many times, something in my computer just decided to change some kind of bizarre setting. And okay, here, maybe I think I might have just gotten it. Okay, all right, I fixed it. All right, I hope you guys are still here. Thank you, if you are. I don't even know where I'm at in the chat. Yeah, I tried pressing it multiple times to recall the command, but it didn't really work. All right, got some new people in here. All right, we're about to get back into this. This art, or whatever it is I'm gonna do. Okay. I hate this stupid sticky keys thing. To this day, I don't know what it's for. SM Gamer, Ebola, same. Greetings, my friends. Who else here? Who else do we have? Lord Draco, he said, what's the name of the crying mother that murdered her kids and comes back every so many years, kills a whole nother group of kids? I believe that you might be referring to La Llorona, if I'm not mistaken. La Llorona. Yep, No Face got it. It's a strange sound back there. All right. Okay, so back to the business at hand. All right. So what I'm trying to do is draw some nice straight trees for a tree line here. Don't freaking... No, I don't want to do this. Disable this. Disable it now. How do I disable it? Permanently. Yes, no, I don't want that to ever happen. Ever. Thank you. See, luckily I was able to select for that to give me a warning next time instead of automatically do it. So that worked out pretty well. So this is going to be kind of like the woodsy area where we will see a Bigfoot type creature along with a dog man just at the mouth of the woods. We'll probably have like maybe a tree or something. Whoops. That's not the brush I want. I haven't really used Photoshop in a while either. Alright, so what I'm going to do is kind of rough these out, and then I'll go in later and kind of make them a little bit more acceptable. So I hope you guys can kind of tell where I'm going with this. It's going to be kind of like a, here's the big main branch, other smaller branches. It's going to be kind of like a, trying to make it as creepy as possible, but a landscape of cryptids for you to kind of look at, and they'll be going across the screen slowly as we go along. Alright, like this. Maybe move these up here. Move these up like that. And then as I get better and better at remembering how to do Photoshop, I plan on adding layers and adding little details to impress people more and more as I go along with this stuff, with this idea. So weird using a pen tablet and not drawing straight onto a screen. I'm really not used to that anymore. Apparently, I'm not used to drawing trees either. It's going to be one of those creepy, twisty, wispy trees. It's not a happy Bob Ross tree. This tree is going to be populated by cryptids. There we go. Maybe there'll be like a little bird there, like a crow or vulture or something at the end. There's going to be some creatures. Let's see here. Maybe some kind of humanoid. That's too big. Whoops. Some kind of humanoid creature crawling around. Up there. There we go. How you like that? And I want it to sort of be subtle in a way. Wait a minute. Oh, Jessica D with a PayPal donation. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Wow, that was over an hour ago. Sorry I missed that. And you guys, whoever does, feel like making a donation, you're actually helping me pay for the fees for my website, which, like I said, I'm gonna have some free stuff on there for you guys one day soon when it goes live. I'm still working on like making up contracts and stuff for when I do actual work for people through that website, voiceovers and artwork and things like that. But you guys are definitely helping me out. I've had a few donations already, so I appreciate you guys so much. Jessica D, thank you very much. As usual, you're always very kind. 019, greetings, my friend. Let's see. You guys, hope you're enjoying the drawing, sketching stuff for now. And here we go. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. Roseanne, you like the pigeons. That's good. I'm glad. Actually, I don't even think I noticed them. Dr. Blue, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Alright, bought a new phone. Congratulations on the new phone. Springtrap, isn't Springtrap in London as well? Oh, wait, Worcester. Okay, I don't know how far that is from London. Ghost Mummy, you're going to have to tell me. Dr. Blue says, sorry about what YouTube did to me. Hey, no worries. I'm not worried about it. I know I have my dreamers, and I really don't need anything more than that. Yeah, I want you guys to know, no matter what, whether you can, do super chats or ads or whether I'm monetized or not, I'm still going to be here hanging out with you guys, telling stories. And because I like doing this. I do it not to be monetized on YouTube, but I do it because it's an outlet for me. It's fun, and I enjoy it. And that's that. Maybe, speaking of La Llorona, maybe I can put her here somewhere. And again, this will be little silhouettes of people. These are just kind of like the little sketches, just to give me an idea of where to place who. Maybe she's reaching out for her children or for someone else's children. These little sketches here. Yeah, these sketches are actually pretty rudimentary and pretty horrible looking now that I'm watching myself do it. But I promise you guys, I always eventually come up with the right way to show what I'm trying to show. Yeah, these are going to be much more refined by the time they make it into the actual thing, an actual background animation. And by the way, if anybody steals my idea, yeah, I'm going to have her kind of like floating there. See, when you zoom out, it looks pretty good. It looks a lot more legit. Let's see here. Dog man. Just got to get the general gist of the design, something recognizable that pretty much anyone will be able to look at and say, oh, that's supposed to be a dog man. There you go. I like my dog man to be kind of a burly looking. Gotta accentuate the hands. It's kind of difficult to do when you're not doing like a big major sketch type of thing. See that? You tell me, does that read as a dog man? I think so. Dezombified. Hello there, my friend. Oh, Jessica D asks, why do they demonetize? Marco Ramos, hello there. Greetings. All right. Let's see here. Oh, Snips came and went. Sorry I missed you there, my dear friend. All right. All right, so it does look like a dog man. Good. Okay, someone said, yeah, why was I demonetized? Jessica D. It's what apparently I got this notification a couple days ago saying I've been demonetized, and the reason was that it said that was stealing. I'd stolen or uploaded someone else's content. I forget exactly which words they used, but basically that was it. I used someone else's content or duplicated. I uploaded duplicated videos. So I think, from what I can tell, let me look up, see if I can find a good picture of Bigfoot so I can kind of see what the common traits would be. The only thing I could think of that might have been the reason behind that was that what I had started doing was doing a stream like this. It'd be like a 2-hour stream, and then uploading basically a smaller sort of highlight version of that stream. And apparently, even though it's like one of them, the main stream will be 2 hours or an hour and a half, and the highlight stream would be like 30 minutes with just the most interesting bits of the show. And it's basically they saw that as me stealing. Using the duplicated content, which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Not everybody wants to watch a 2-hour long stream. Yeah. Kind of looking at like this other artistic rendering of Bigfoot just to see, he's got kind of like the pointed head, stocky core, and he's always in the middle of a stride, mid-stride. So that's what he is going to be. This Bigfoot is thick, boy. So if you saw this, that's a Bigfoot and that's a dog man. You might notice that I drew my dog man a little bit more fearsome and intimidating than Bigfoot because I think dog man would win in a fight. I've said that many times. So generic, I'll give Bigfoot a little bit more jackedness. Why not? Make him a little stockier, because he is supposed to be pretty huge. I remember Harry and the Hendersons back in the day. He was pretty big. Maybe a little bit less than that. There you go. That looks about right. Who do we got here? DeJuan Harris? Is that how you say that? I have a question because I'm so interested in this Dogman topic, but I listened to Dark Waters and a few other Dogman expert shows on YouTube. I don't hear no one that looks like me give. What do you mean, my friend? I'm not sure what you mean. Am I missing something? I want to hear Black people accounts of Dogman if that is available. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm not going to get too far into that, but there's a reason why you don't see a lot of Black people talking about Bigfoot encounters and stuff like that. There's some places that some people tend to avoid, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. There we go. I need to make some new music as well. Alright, so we got La Llorona, Ghost Woman. We've got, I'll say that this is up here, this is the Rake. We'll go with that for now. And these things are going to be way more detailed later. Don't worry about that. You can trust me on that. Alright, so we got those. I gotta make these things a little bit bigger. How about Mothman? What's the Mothman look like? And by the way, guys, I'm going to be jumping off the stream in a little bit. But I just want to get a few more ideas down on this thing. Okay. Yep, Mothman's coming on here. So okay. Mothman. What a creepy character this is. All my cryptids are going to be jacked, except for like the ghostly ones or like the Rake. But the rest of them are going to be pretty swole. But this Mothman, he skips leg day every week. So he's not going to have big legs. Jersey Devil or the Thunderbird. I really thought a long time ago that I had seen the Thunderbird in Florida. A long time ago I was driving. Well, I wasn't driving. My parents were driving. We were going to visit my grandmother, driving down an area called Alligator Alley. And I saw a huge bird that looked like, to me, literally looked like it was a dinosaur, like a reptile, like a pterodactyl or something. I just saw it kind of sitting with its wings wide open on a branch in the Everglades. And it's pretty crazy looking. Springtrap asks, Mr. X, do you believe in the afterlife? And if so, where do we go? Obviously, I don't know where we go or, what the situation is, but I tend to believe that, I don't know, there's so many possibilities, and there's really no way to know which one is true. But I kind of wonder if there is some type of rebirth involved, or if perhaps we just go where we believe we're going to go. I don't know. I really don't. Let's see, what's a Jersey Devil look like? See, everyone who... Wow, does everybody hear that car in the background? That's actually part of the recording. That's not really happening right now. Jersey Devil. That's not terribly interesting, to be honest. Alright. How about a Wendigo? What does the human consciousness think a Wendigo looks like? Okay, I can dig it. Alright, so near the tree there will be a Wendigo. Yeah, there's going to be like some vegetation and all kinds of cool stuff later on down the line whenever I get... And I really need to get a better drawing tablet. This thing is really getting on my nerves. See, when you watch it live like this, you kind of see how things develop and come together. Man, I hate that right-clicking thing. Maybe there's a way to change that. I won't bore you with that now, though. You get to see how things start as ideas and slowly form into more solid things. Gonna have some rib cage action hanging out of this guy. Whenever I get the real serious stuff going, because I'm gonna have to actually put this into, because I can't do the detail level that I want with this little tiny tablet. Maybe one day, if my channel gets big enough, I'll be able to buy one of those display drawing tablets. Just get like a cheap Chinese knockoff one or something, so I can actually have some good accuracy when I'm doing this. Because this is a lot of fun for me. I do enjoy drawing and chatting at the same time. You guys chatting and talking. Answering questions. So it's like my mind is engaged as I'm also engaging my mind by drawing. So these are just the rough silhouette sketches and stuff that you're going to see. So basically there's going to be this going across the skyline. I'm going to have some other stuff in the background and things in the foreground, like just to give you an example. No, we'll do it like this one. What am I doing here? Blur, blur, blur. Oh yeah, that's there. Yeah, I really haven't used this in quite a while. So you see, so you guys can get an idea of where my head is at. This will be moving across, and then, you know, this will kind of be in the foreground, something like this. You'll see what I mean. It's going to be dope. Trust me on that. I feel like I need a few more cryptids, though. Let's see, what else have we talked about before? Could never forget about the Hat Man. I am shocked and chagrined that could have ever happened. Just going to do a couple more minutes, and then I will be jumping off of here. I'm not going to do Slender Man because I'm sick and tired of Slender Man. Alright, that's good enough for now. So basically it's going to be like a Where's Waldo of cryptids as I go around telling my stories. Let me see if I can get any more ideas from Google. Just type cryptids. Loch Ness Monster, kind of forgot about that. That's a classic. Okay. Well, if you guys have any if you have any other ideas for cryptids to go on to this image of mine, I could probably do like a UFO or something up here. Just throw that in there just for good measure. There we go. Lizard Man. Crocodingo. What in the world is that? I'm going to type that in, even though I feel like you're just trolling me. That's pretty funny. And also terrifying. Hmm. All right. So, I think we got a pretty decent amount of stuff for me to start with. That is a pretty big UFO. I'm gonna have to shrink that down. Yeah, this is a good start. I'm digging it. I'm gonna throw that on my. I'm gonna put that on my laptop and really start sketching those out very soon. Oh yeah, there's gonna be glowing eyes on all of them, so they'll stand out a lot more. Let's see here. Yes, Ghost Mummy is an Egyptian mummy over 3,000 years old. That's a known fact among us YouTube historians. Yeah, she's not in her 20s, trust me. She's got descendants that are much older than 20. People that are 20 generations down the line. So no, she's not in her 20s. Super talented young lady though, or should I say 3,000-year-old lady. Make sure you guys check her out. And for my outro, so wave my hand so that I can see this later on, because I've been messing around for like 2 hours. So, thanks for hanging out, guys, very much. Hope you enjoyed those stories and the commentary. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, the rest of your day, whatever the case may be. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support. Once again, demonetized for now. If you still would like to support my channel, make sure you go to PayPal, Teespring store, even my Fiverr if you want me to do a gig, read something for you. Because right now, YouTube is not doing anything for me on that front. But hey, don't you guys worry about me. I'm not asking anyone for anything, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm in this desperate need or anything like that. There's certainly people who are in more dire straits than I'm in right now, which is really nothing. But I want you guys, if you are so inclined, and thank you, Jessica, for your donation tonight. It's very, very nice of you. Only if you're so inclined, feel free to use those avenues if you did want to donate or buy any of the merch. If you do buy merch, make sure you send me a picture, and I'll put you in the slideshow, as you well know by now. And yeah. I'm glad you guys were able to hang out for a while tonight. Thank you very much for coming with such late notice. Hope you guys have a great night. And code word. Let's see. I need a code word. And Gina, thanks for the reminder about the code word. Oh yeah, Ghost Mummy, my dreamers are the most fantastic. They are phenomenal. You guys are awesome. Love you all. We need a code word. We've got to have one. Tariko, hello there, my friend. Engine, car. That's a little too obscure. Croco Dingo. There we go. Star Knight Division. I think that's a good one. That was an interesting one, and I encourage you all to Google that, Croco Dingo. So, if you made it all the way to this point of the video, I want you to type in the word crocodingo so I can see you. Tonight's code word is crocodingo, one word. And if you don't know what that is, look it up, and it might put a smile on your face. So, once again, thank you guys for hanging out. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. I so appreciate you guys, and hope you all have a great night. Until next time, my friends, I'm Mr. X, and may your nights be full of dreams.